Boom. All right, what's up, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are simply going to be talking some crypto. Bitcoin is still looking strong. I still think Ethereum is on a very clear path to new all-time highs. Solana is looking solid. It's still in breakout mode, and it feels great to say that Chainlink has been ripping over the past few days. You love to see it, and as implied by all of the statements that I just made, and honestly, I'll probably title the video something like that, something chill. I'm still bullish on the crypto market, you guys. I'm still very excited about where all of the names I just mentioned are going in the short to the medium term. And of course, I am very excited about some of the crypto related equities we talk about a lot around here as well. But today, again, we are just focusing on crypto. We will be looking at TradingView, talking about the trajectory that I see in place in terms of those all-time highs that I just mentioned for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Chainlink in that order. Going down the watches, of course, talking short to medium term price targets, how we will be closing the month of October out, at least in my eyes, and kicking off the new month of November. Getting into the holiday season, super exciting times for risk assets ahead. And crypto, as we all know, kicked off the bull market of 2021 just a year ago, or I mean just over a year ago, I guess, in December of 2020. So let's hope we see something like that repeat. I'm not sure if it will be to that extent, but honestly, you guys, this is crypto, so at the same time, I won't be surprised if we see kind of a repeat of last year play out going into 2022. All right, so those are the names we'll be taking a look at on the charts. We also have CoinMarketCap right here beside it, just to go over 24-hour and 7-day price action with you guys. This watch list at the time of recording just refreshed about an hour and a half ago. Bitcoin a few hours back, probably like 4 or 5 hours ago. And of course, the cryptocurrency market will follow. Bitcoin fell off a little bit of a cliff. We saw a little bit of a sell-off earlier today as we closed out the trading day in the equity markets. Bitcoin sold off, of course, creating that first domino in all the other cryptocurrencies selling off as well. But right now, they're bouncing back nicely. I do have, once again, just for a reference point, as we're looking at the charts, we will take a look at CoinMarketCap to look at the 24-hour and 7-day price action. Primarily Solana and Chainlink. Bitcoin's in the red in the past 7 days, but Solana and Chainlink, like Solana up 30%. Chainlink up 25%, which is crazy that it's keeping up with Solana. It's really that fire under Chainlink is reigniting. And if you guys have been watching these kind of crypto convos, these crypto coverages over the past week or so, you know that we timed this one out well. And it just feels good to see Chainlink doing this. Shiba, just got to point this out, you guys. It's crazy to see Shiba Inu, the little brother of Dogecoin, catching up with Doge, up 70% in the past 7 days. This is a freaking... I mean, this is the new Doge, straight up. So, I mean, if you held Shiba Inu or Doge, I've never been a proponent of either personally. But, hey, to each their own. Cheers to you. If you've been holding it, let me know in the comments down below if you guys partook in that. So again, CoinMarketCap right next to TradingView, just as a reference point if need be. And I have a few articles that I want to read over with you guys as well. The first of which is a fun one. So this is going to be the first thing we actually go over as we dive into the meat of this video. Bloomberg. Tom Brady throws Bitcoin to fan who returns 600 touchdown ball. Ball could be worth as much as $900,000, one expert says. Brady owns stake in FTX, asked the exchange to make a trade. So this is super sick, you guys. Anytime you see Tom Brady and Bitcoin in the same title, in the same headline, you know that's just a sign of the times. That's a good sign of where things are heading. And again, this is just something, the fact that Tom Brady, this guy in his Twitter profile has laser eyes on him. Like, this guy is part of the culture. And the fact that so many, like, more and more people of status and of relevance and of like respectable individuals are proponents of Bitcoin and really pushing the movement forward is obviously, as I just mentioned, again, a sign of the times and a sign of where things are heading moving in the future. Okay, so that's the first article we'll look over. Prior to diving into the charts, I do want to read over this with you guys. Okay, so CoinDesk, market wrap, long-term Bitcoin holders trim positions as rally stalls. Still though, the blockchain data shows Bitcoin holder positioning is consistent with early stage of a bull market, one firm says. So we'll read over this, kind of bridge the gap between fundamentals and technicals, talk some of the kind of on-chain metrics and whatnot, whale hodler positions. So we'll read over this once again prior to diving into the charts. But before we do any of that, I have an ask of you guys. So OpenSea. You guys know I've been getting into the NFT game extensively, at least the OpenSea game. I've been in the NFT game since 2020, early 2020. But OpenSea, I've been having a fun time on here, you guys. So OpenSea at Royce Jacob, or just Royce Jacob is my username on here. I did just pick this guy up. Picked this little Atom Bomb up yesterday from the Atom Bomb squad. Figured he'd be a perfect match based on his color scheme for the Waves fam. Got the little R right there too for Royce. I thought it was perfect. Picked this guy up for 0.15 ETH, pretty chill. But as you guys know, about 2 weeks ago, I picked up this mecha, and he is the Waves fam mascot. This is Ronin, which in Japanese means wave man or samurai with no master. So mecha with no masker. Anyway, you guys, if you do have an OpenSea account, if not, I encourage you to make one and get your foot in the door of the NFT game. It's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun landscape, pretty fun world here, especially if you're kind of in Twitter, which is why I reignited my Twitter. But anyway, if you guys do happen to have an OpenSea account, if not, no worries at all. But if you do, it would be sick to get Ronin, mecha number 3498. And again, you can just go to my account and check out my profile, and he'll be there. But it would be sick to get Ronin, again, mecha number 3498, as one of the most favorited mechas in the mechaverse. Okay, so again, if you guys have an OpenSea account, that would mean a lot. It'd be sick to have the Waves fam mascot as one of the most liked mechas, once again, in the mechaverse. But if not, no worries, no pressure there. I just had to throw that out there. And of course, you guys, before we dive into the charts and whatnot, please give the video a like if you do want to gain value from it today, or if you're still excited about the bull market, if you still think we're early in this next phase of this 2021 bull market, if you're excited for the holiday season ahead, subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, if for some reason you're not subscribed, subscribe right now, you guys. Really means a lot. And of course, we will be covering more Bitcoin and crypto related stocks over the course of this holiday season, because everything is shaping up so beautifully. And if you do want to know exactly how I'm personally trading all of the names that we're talking about today, along with all the crypto related equities that we talk about a lot, Bitcoin miners, Coinbase, etc., check out the Complete Portfolio daily newsletter. Exactly as it states, complete breakdown of my entire personal portfolio, all of my call options, all put options, all stock positions, all cryptocurrency positions, which I do update every single trading day during market hours. And along with every every update, I send out an email newsletter explaining my thoughts, rationalizing my trades for you guys, and letting you know why I'm trading the way I'm trading. All right, so that would be $15 a month or $40 for every 3 months. That is the first link down in the description. It really means a lot if you guys check that out. But again, if not, no worries at all. I appreciate your eyeballs right now, and this is a fun one to make. So let's dive into this article just to kick it off on, again, on a chill but a very promising note. Tom Brady throws Bitcoin to fan who returns 600 touchdown ball. We read through those highlights. Let's read through these and take a look at these tweets, all right? So he threw his 600 touchdown pass. Now Tom Brady wants to chuck Bitcoin to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan who returned the ball. Very admirable of them to do that. The 44-year-old 7-time Super Bowl champ, part owner, and also the GOAT, in parentheses, a part owner in Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX Trading Ltd. I don't know if you guys happen to see that commercial, but in the last Bucks game, Tom Brady's in the new FTX commercial. That's freaking huge, you guys. Who sports Bitcoin true believer laser eyes at his Twitter profile picture, made the offer in a tweet directed to the cryptocurrency exchange. So again, if you guys look at Tom Brady's Twitter profile, like, he has laser eyes in his profile picture. That is sick. He tweeted, "Hey FTX, let's make a trade. Let's get this guy a Bitcoin." Very fair trade. FTX responded that they're ready to make the trade. It's not every day you get handed the ball from Tom Brady's 600 touchdown pass and give it back. And it's not every day you get gifted a Bitcoin, said Sam Bankman-Fried. FTX was happy to support Tom and thanking his fan for his generosity. "We're in one whole Bitcoin. It is time to make the trade." Boom, handshake. So again, you guys, this is sick. In all honesty, just the publicity. Again, Bloomberg just published this. This is a huge headline. Like, just the publicity that FTX got from this. This is great. It's super cool of them, but I guess this is a little bit cynical. But the publicity, again, you guys, the marketing that they got out of this. They just had to make a few tweets and give this guy a Bitcoin for 60K and a few tweets in exchange for what's freaking amazing publicity. Seems pretty light, but at the same time, this is sick. Again, you guys, the main point of this, the main reason I wanted to talk about this and kick off the article with this is, again, you guys, more and more people like this. You see Jay-Z, you see just so many individuals getting into CryptoPunks. Everyone is just getting their foot in the door of the cryptocurrency landscape, of NFTs, whatever the venue within the cryptocurrency metaverse is that people are diving into. There's more and more reputable individuals of status, individuals, again, like Tom Brady is a freaking he's a living legend. And the fact that this guy's laser eyes in his Twitter profile, and he straight up said, give the guy who gave the ball back Bitcoin instead of just like give him like a jersey or something, this is huge, okay? And again, Tom Brady, Bitcoin, same title, sign of the times, let's get it. We'll read over this guy, and then we'll just dive straight into the charts, you guys. Market wrap, long-term Bitcoin holders, trim positions, rally stalls. Bitcoin traded in a tight range on Tuesday as extreme bullish sentiment appears to be cooling. The cryptocurrency was trading at around 62K at press time and is roughly flat over the past 24 hours. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is starting to decline from its highest level in more than 7 months, which suggests buyers are starting to take some profits after a nearly 45% rise in Bitcoin's price over the past month. In the Bitcoin futures market, leveraged funds on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, or CME, raised their bets against Bitcoin, rising to a record high in the week ended October 19th, possibly to profit from the widening gap between futures and spot market prices, CoinDesk Omar Godbol reported. GB. Slight profit taking. Okay, so we'll read this and then we'll dive straight into the charts, you guys. Talk technicals. Blockchain data show long-term Bitcoin holders are starting to take some profits, which typically occurs when BTC reaches an all-time high. Based on the current price cycle, profit taking from long-term holders appears to be modest relative to extreme levels seen at the end of a bull market phase, according to blog posts from Glassnode. The chart below shows significant accumulation of Bitcoin around mid-September during a pullback in BTC's price, and despite the slight profit taking, current positioning by long-term holders is consistent with the early phase of a bull market, according to Glassnode. Okay, this is the last part. Sorry, you guys, and then we'll dive into the charts. Bitcoin balance on exchange declines because this is a bullish indicator for Bitcoin, again, from kind of that on-chain perspective. The total balance of Bitcoin on exchanges continues to decline, which suggests traders are holding coins in wallets instead of making them available to trade on exchange. So when Bitcoins are off the exchange, again, you guys, if these large holders of Bitcoin, Ether, whatever crypto they have, is on the exchange, that means that they're ready to press that sell button when need be. But the fact that that's exiting exchanges to cold wallets or whatever that may be, to external wallets off exchanges, that's a good sign, because that shows that they're not at the ready, they're not at the sell button to pull the trigger if things get sus. So that shows that a lot of the big money is confident that this bull rally is still in play, okay? Quote, relative to the circulating supply, the Bitcoin balance at exchanges sits at levels not seen since January of 2018, that's pretty staggering. Arcane Research wrote in a Tuesday newsletter. Quote, this could suggest that the demand to sell is low at the moment. And again, that's the exact way you should sum it up. The demand to sell right now is low. Again, the fingers are off the triggers. All right, so that's that, you guys. Let's talk some technicals and close this puppy out. All right, so again, Bitcoin earlier today, as we closed out the trading day on this spicy Taco Tuesday, did see like a little sell-off, but right now we're bouncing back. Solana, Link bouncing back harder, of course, because these two are just kind of the winners of the top 20 right now. But Bitcoin, take a look at Bitcoin quickly. Bitcoin in the past 24 hours down 3.5%. In the past 7 days since reaching its previous all-time high, or I guess new all-time high. Its newest all-time high, we'll go with that, is down over 5%, seeing a little sell-off since, again, actually down 10% because it was 67K, now at 60K. So that's just a little over 10% down from the all-time high that it just set in on October 20th. And again, that's not super surprising, you guys. But just from like just straight up like common sense perspective, or just being in the trading game for such a long time, looking at so many charts, playing so many hype rallies and hype cycles, once something breaks a new all-time high, it's so rare that that's when you see a reversal. Like usually when something breaks a new all-time high, you would see at least another few weeks, like 2 to 3 weeks of rallying prior to seeing maybe that correction, prior to seeing that bubble pop and entering that capitulation phase and the reaccumulation phase ultimately after that. But right now, we just reached this. It's so rare, again, that something breaks to a new all-time high like Bitcoin did just a week ago and then starts the lasting decline. So still bullish on Bitcoin. Right now, Bitcoin is technically, though, in a short-term downtrend, as you can see right here based on this red line of resistance. I do want to see Bitcoin break below this. Worst case scenario for Bitcoin, I think, is playing out maybe a weird head and shoulders, probably potentially resolving around $54,000. But in my opinion, it's unlikely we break below 57K head and shoulders. So kind of left shoulder, head, right shoulder, a little janky. So maybe we come down here to like mid 57. Mid to low $57,000 range, but ultimately I do think that we will see a bounce back up right here. And short term wise, by the time you guys are watching this, if Bitcoin can break above $62,000, then we will have officially broken above this line of resistance. And I do think it's very likely that even potentially by the end of the week, let's just do end of the month because that's a little easier. So end of the month, I do think it's super likely. Let's go end of the month right there, October 31st, Halloween. So I do think it's likely, maybe go sideways, maybe things are a little slow, but by the end of the month, I do think it's likely that Bitcoin does end up testing the support on this previous ascending channel right here and use it as a new resistance. So previous support and new resistance, if that strikes on October 31st, again, Halloween weekend, that will take us to just under $72,000. And if we break back into this channel by early November, I think we could see a pretty clear rip up to like 80K. Again, you guys, this is all dependent on when these trend lines are struck. So let's hope it's sooner than later. And again, the way things are shaping up, the way the macro is shaping up, everything seems optimistic. We're going into the holiday season, good times for risk on assets. Bitcoin is obviously a risk on asset, although it is becoming large, it is becoming massive, it is becoming global. It is still it's still risk on, but it's a safe haven at the same time. So it's just such a solid, again, Bitcoin, solid asset right now. And again, I do expect 70K to be broken by November. So that's Bitcoin. Let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum's still in a beautiful, beautiful ascending channel. I'll just rift as this chart loads. Thankfully, it's loading fairly quickly for my freaking Wi-Fi. Anyway, Ethereum still in, again, still in a beautiful medium-term ascending channel, kicking off on October 26th. So this has been like such a clean ascending channel for exactly a month at the time of recording this. And right now, again, things are a little slow. ETH just retested its previous high when Bitcoin broke its previous all-time high on October 20th. Really sold off quick once it tested its previous all-time high, this white line right here. But once again, from a short-term perspective, we're still in this very, very beautiful ascending channel, very clean, organic ascending channel. And if Ethereum on October 30th decides to make its way up to test the top side of resistance on said ascending channel, that'll take us to about $4,700. Once we break above that, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, all right. But by the end of the month, I do think a $4,700 Ethereum is very, very possible. Solana, sorry, the Ethereum killer. Solana is just looking good. Again, you guys, we are in a breakout mode as we after we broke this line of resistance on the long-term downtrend. Since Solana hit its all-time high in early September, Solana has just been ripping. Okay, so pretty textbook bull flag playing out here. Bull flag, favorite pattern in the markets. You guys know that. Parabolic move up followed by descending triangle. Solana beat me to the punch a little bit, broke with that resistance, but once it did, that's when I copped a whole bunch of Solana. Shout out to the portfolio group. And I do think it's very possible that Solana just continues to rip. In the case that Solana does, as I've been hearing some people say, I think Raoul said this, Solana is shaping up a lot like Ethereum did in its 2017 rally. So intuitively, that makes sense. Again, you guys, a lot of these hype cycles based on, again, there's a lot of speculation at play still. That's true for every single cryptocurrency out there. There is still a lot of speculation at play, but we live in a market where speculation is more relevant, in all honesty, than it ever has before. And again, you guys, I've created the majority of my net worth playing bubbles, cannabis, biotechs, cryptocurrencies in 2017, et cetera, et cetera. And that's just the name of the game. And right now, it's more the name of the game than it ever has before. Anyway, Solana looks great if it does follow the trajectory of Ethereum. We all know that in 2017, Ethereum's high in 2017, early 2018 was about $1,400. So maybe by the end of this cycle, the 2020, like going into 2022, maybe if we see it by Christmas, who knows how fast this can happen? Maybe Solana rips to the levels that Ethereum saw in 2017, around $1,400. Now, is my money on that? I'm not selling my Solana, I'll say that much. Do I think we'll see a $1,400 Solana? I don't personally, but $500, a 2x from here, I think that's very, very, very possible, okay? And again, if you guys can see these price ranges right here, I just kept these here. So from the breakout point to the high, I pretty much just copy pasted that. That is a plus, so 318% up, you guys. Actually, you guys, so if we go by percentages, I'm just doing the name, but if we go by percentages from breakout to all-time high, that would actually take us to, if we go 388%, this would take us pretty damn high. So 388% would take us to about $750, okay? So if we take this 350 from Solana's breakout point in early August to the high we saw in early September, about a month later, and just pretty much not copy paste, but replicate that percentage gain from current levels or from current breakout point, from that bull flag, from that break of resistance, the next wave is always larger. The second wave, always larger. Good old two-wave theory. And maybe we do see that $750 Solana. So, again, you guys, I'm literally spitballing just exactly what's coming to mind right now. So, how confident am I that this will happen? Not super confident, but is it possible? Would I be surprised to see this happen? Not at all. Okay, so that's Solana. Let's close it out with, in my mind, the MVP of the crypto markets right now, Chainlink. Again, Chainlink. Let's take a look at links. So Solana down in the past day, but still up 30%. Shiba just freaking killing everything. That's so whack in my opinion. But again, cheers to you if you've been trading it. Chainlink up 25% in the past 7 days and still up 1% today. So again, a splash of green and kind of a market of red on the day at least. And in the past 7 days, really, really performing beautifully. So Chainlink is nearing the top of this beautiful, beautiful ascending channel. I think October, about a week ago when we were covering everything else, you guys, I was like, this is a sick buying opportunity for Chainlink. And again, shout out to the newsletter portfolio group. This is exactly when I converted a lot of my ether actually into Chainlink around here around 25 bucks. So since then, we have made a pretty steady, pretty quick ascent to test the top side of resistance on this ascending channel. Now, Link, now that we're up here, will Chainlink go on to test this resistance and then make its way down just to test the bottom side of this ascending channel? Okay, so that's of course very possible. But my money in this case, and I always know my money's where my mouth is, but I've been saying it directly this time. My money is on the fact that Chainlink is going to break out of this. If we zoom out, you can see that Chainlink, since it bottomed out around here, which is crazy that it got down to like 13, 14 bucks, since it bottomed out, we have executed this reversal, and I do think we are in the process of setting higher highs and higher lows. So, boom, base out, reversal, quickly eaten back up. This, like, once we bounced here, which is my straight up, like, it's played out so perfectly, honestly. This buy region, I did buy a lot of Chainlink exactly right here at the pinnacle of this kind of descending triangle, and a reversion to the mean, which is the initial high of Chainlink's 2021 rally, around 13 bucks. Bought a lot around here. It bounced back in a huge way on that rally that lasted from July 19th to September 5th, where Chainlink saw its local high around 36, 37 bucks. September 6th, again, downtrend, broke this downtrend into this ascending channel. I think we are in the process of setting a series, once again, of higher highs and higher lows. Low, high, higher low. I do think we're going to go on to set a higher high. In order for that to happen, we do need to break the resistance on this ascending channel. And honestly, I think Chainlink, it's very possible that, considering everything else is on the verge of new all-time highs, Chainlink, considering it's such a sick project, can break to new all-time highs as well. I would be surprised by late November if we really start to rip. Chainlink will be able to make it up to test previous support as new resistance. Again, support on this overall the overall rally that it saw in 2021. Bounce back, prove that previous support as new resistance on this dead cat bounce that we saw right here. And now that we've seen this reversal initiate, I think we are going to see a series of higher highs and higher lows. In the case that 1 month from today, Chainlink goes on to test previous long-term support as new resistance, that will take us up to about $67. I'm winded, you guys, and we're going to call it there. So please let me know in the comments down below which of the plays we talked about today are you the most excited about. Would you give the ball back to Brady in the case that you caught his 600 touchdown pass? I probably wouldn't. Even for a Bitcoin, I'd probably rather have the ball than the Bitcoin, if I'm being honest. But respect to that good Samaritan. Let me know what you guys think about everything. Again, if you guys have an OpenSea account, it would mean a lot if you gave Ronan some love, make him the most favorited Mecca in the Meccaverse. That'd be sick. Again, check this out. First link down below if you guys want to know exactly how I'm trading, what I'm trading. And again, just let me know what you guys are excited about right now. And I'll catch you tomorrow to talk more crypto. So until then, you guys, always remember, take action. Make waves. Peace.